Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rick's Tech Pub on a Monday the 15th, 2025. So, I don't know how Ghetto did it. Ken, maybe you can explain this to me. Or maybe he was close and I just wasn't paying attention. But he did a video today where he went from 5 or 600. Now he's got 700 subscribers. Um, well, anyway, it was nice for him to get up that far. He's far ahead of me now, but I was never in this for a race. I was just doing it for just doing all this just for the heck of it. I'm never going to get monetized. I mean, I will, but I'm going to tell him I don't want it. That added extra income is, I was told this morning, it's just going to screw things up, and I will be on overpayments again. And I don't want that, so I am just going to. I don't know if you can get monetized and not accept the money for it, or. Oh, then of course I didn't shut this off, guys. Why didn't you tell me? There. Still need to get that haircut, and I can't find anyone to do it for without charging me an arm and a leg and a couple extra toes. Um, so how's everybody doing today? I'm still not done completely setting up yet. Haven't got all the lights on. Haven't got all. Just it's a Monday, guys. Just not ready to go yet here. It was at 684 when it started. Oh, okay. Then he didn't jump that too far ahead. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't see how he went that far when he was just doing the Windows 12 bull crap, and he's playing that. He's been playing that Fortnite game forever. But I guess he must have enough followers that are interested in it. But I don't know. I kind of lost interest in games. I was thinking about getting into games myself, but then I thought, Rick, after this surgery and after you get healed on the first of the month, I get to go back to doing whatever. Um, I really ain't gonna have time for games for at least till I don't know till after Thanksgiving. I think after Thanksgiving, I'm just gonna hang it up for the winter and just kind of just take it easy. So yeah, I am a seasonal worker, but that's really not by choice. That's I was told to. Doctors and other people don't want me working 365 days a year, so they say about 4 and a half months out of the year you can work, and then forget the rest of it. You can live off the money you've got, which I can easily do. My parents, they've stopped me from spending, but I've got to. I got things I gotta get from my bike. Um, so I gotta get approval for that. Which more than likely, they're gonna see the price of it, and they're just gonna tell me, "Do you really need that stuff?" Yeah, I do because it's for safety. I need to get lights on my bike, front lights, tail lights. Um, I gotta get, I gotta get that trailer. I gotta get a tag for that trailer. Minnesota something tag for. Oh, who's gonna bug me today? Oh, gotcha, gotcha. I knew it had to be something like that because was thinking, how does he go from that number all the way up to where he's at? That explains it. That would explain it. It's funny you reached out to those people though. And apparently they complied with what you asked, so alright, who's in chat? And hey Charlie. Hello Jeff, hello John. Is that all we're getting here today? Charlie, Ken, yeah, Darren. Hey Darren, how you doing? So I was gonna talk to you guys about something, and I completely forgot what the. Oh yeah. One thing I do on my computers, and I don't recommend this for everybody because you've all got enough memory, enough CPU, and um, enough memory, but for the lower end computers, I just use it for a different reason because in the advanced system settings, you just go to your start, you open your start, you go all the way up to the top where it says search, and you just type in advanced system settings. I wish I could show you how to do that, but there's just no way for me to do that. It won't let me. I know if I click on my start menu, you ain't gonna see anything, so. But you just click on the start, go up to the search in the top, and type in advanced system settings. And, I got, how do you shut, oh, okay. What I use it for is I shut all the eye candy off. I don't like my taskbar changing colors on me. Things with the mouse pointer, things that I turn off. Well, actually, I think I can show you. And I'd not show you, but I can talk to you about it because I'll go there. And I will show you what I'm talking about. ADVANCED. SYSTEM. I think I spelled that wrong, but I think I'll get it. There we go. You go to Advanced System Settings and you go up to the tab, which is the third one over, because you got Computer Name, Hardware, and Advanced. Click on Advanced and go down and under the Performance. Click on Settings. And then when you're in the Visual Effects tab, click, you got your 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Let Windows choose the best for my computer, which I wouldn't do that. Adjust for best appearance. I wouldn't do that one either because it's gonna put a check mark in every single box. Adjust for best performance. Yeah, you could do that. In fact, that's what I recommend most of you do, so you don't get lost in the weeds in this. Or you can go to the bottom one and click on custom. There, it'll shut everything off, and then you just go and click which ones you want on or off. And I've only got out of 17 of them, I've only got 4 of them checkboxed. That's all I need. I've got the show thumbnails instead of icons. Show translucents, select, however you say that word. Selection rectangle. I don't understand what that is, but from the videos that I've watched, most people recommend to keep that one on. Smooth edges for screen fonts. And smooth scroll list boxes. I didn't understand them, but that's the 4 that I have on. Anything that has to do with animation, like you fade or slide menus into view, you don't want that. And fade or slide tooltips into view, you don't want that too. You don't want that either because that's going to take, I think, memory and a little bit of CPU to do that. More of memory, I think. So I've got mostly everything turned off except for 4 things. And that's just not really for the performance reasons. I just don't like the eye candy in Windows. I didn't like it in Windows 10. I didn't like it in Windows 8. So I always go to the system, advanced system options, and I just turn half the stuff off. If you don't need it, don't have it turned on. And it also kind of helps with a little bit of performance, not much, because I've got 64 gigs of RAM. I tell people I got 64 gigs of RAM, and they say, what do you got that much for? Can't you do with the 32? Yeah, I could, but having 64 sounds nice. It is windy out there today, guys. I don't know if you can hear the wind or not, but it is definitely windy out there. It's fine for biking, but I guess it just must be windy just in that area because I don't see any other trees across the bridge. Those trees ain't moving around like the ones over here are. So I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I go into the system settings, advanced system settings, and I just turn all that stuff off except for four of them. You can pick and choose whichever one you want. But anything that slides things into view or makes things slowly appear and then slowly disappear, that's taking memory usage. And it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I've got 64. Now, if I had 16 gigs, maybe that might be a more beneficial reason, but I just did it mainly not for the performance part of it, but I turned off the eye candy in Windows. I don't like things slowly appearing, slowly disappearing, and doing all that other crap that Windows does. I turned half of it off. So, might look a little boring, but I just don't like all the animations. And there's plenty of them in there. You can enable peek. If you want to go and peek at something, that's what that is. You can take a quick sneak peek of what's there and what's not. Animations and taskbar. That's the number one I turned off. Animations and taskbar. Well, your taskbar will change colors and do all this other crap that I don't like. It's all animated stuff, and I'm not big of computers having animation. Unless you're doing videos or something like that, then yeah, you need to use animations. But as far as your taskbar, if I was you, I'd just shut it off. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to not like that suggestion, but and most of you don't need it. Most of you have 64 gigs of RAM and a 1 or 2 terabyte hard NVMe, you really don't need to. Like I said, I just did it to turn off the eye candy in Windows. I don't like it. I never really have, and every time I see it, it's like, why is this turned on? And many years ago, like 6, 7, or 8 years ago, I asked somebody, how do you turn that off? And he didn't understand what I was talking about. And I said, he said, what do you mean? All the animations, how things slide into view and how things slowly slide out of view. And things slowly appear and disappear. Oh, he knew what I was talking about. He said, bang, bang, boom, boom, there you go. And then just take this uncheck box everything, and then I'll check. In fact, he did it for me. Because back then, 6, 7 years ago, I didn't really know how to do that. I knew about it. I just never played with it, but he kind of told me the ones to kind of leave on, which is the ones I have turned on. John, I can't believe you said that. Oh, wow. Oh, goodness. Taskbar change colors? Yeah. If you've noticed, I've noticed on yours, Ken, half of yours is blue, the middle is purple, and the other end of it is black. If you let it sit there long enough, those black will change to the left side, and they'll just kind of interchange. The colors will change, and I just don't like that. Um, Mine's just plain old gray. There's no color to mine at all. I think in the one in the bedroom's got a little bit of color to it, and I'll have to adjust that. But mine is just plain old gray. That's kind of the way I like it. It's plain, it's ugly, but I don't want any added colors to mine. So, yeah, they changed. Well, not. I don't think they really changed colors, but I don't know how to describe it. And this is a Windows 11 thing that they started doing. Your half your taskbar will be one color, the middle will be another color, and the left right side will be a different color, and they kind of, I don't know, they slowly blend. I don't know. I don't know, and I didn't want to know, so I just turned it off. Yeah, it's Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, I hope most of you are having a good Monday. Um. Uh, yeah, I need to get some ordering done, but I need to talk to somebody about it first, and I could get denied. She's probably gonna say, "No, you don't really need to do that." Actually, yeah, I do, because like I said, it's for safety reasons. I need to get lights on my trailer, the tail lights. And I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. I also need to check the axles on my tires of the trailer. I don't know. It feels like it's dragging a little bit. Like it's not just the weight that's doing it, because that's a 60-pound trailer. Um, I don't know. And it's also got a little bit of a squeak to it, and I'm not sure what's causing that. Um, I don't know if the metal is rubbing on metal because it's powder coated. Which I'm going to strip the powder coating off and repaint it. Repaint it black. I think it'll be the same color. It's just I'm going to take the powder coating off because it gets, if it sits out in the sun all day, and then it gets rain, then it gets hot, then it gets cold, then it gets hot, and it gets rained on, it gets snowed on. That powder coating is going to flake off. So I'm going to find a good way. It's on steel, so I don't know. I need a good way of getting that paint off there. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, please tell me, because I'm about to. It's new trailer, but I don't like the powder coating on it. So I'm going to just strip the paint off the entire trailer. Uh, may have to. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't want how. I don't know how I want to do that yet. Boy, I can't talk today. Whew. Wow. But anyhow, how are we doing on time? 2:19. Okay, John, what do you say? All the hardware I picked up last week? I did build a complete computer out of those parts. But it only supports Windows 10. Was able to get it extended support for 1 year. Yeah, I'm not. There's not too many people around here that are going to take that extended support. Um, Basically for businesses, they don't get that option. When I tell them they're going to get upgraded, they're going to get upgraded. And I think there's a few who want me to hold off, but I think most of them have given up, and they said just when you have the time, just I've got two I've got to do after the first. That's when I get put back in normal work duty and be able to pull my trailer on my bike, which I can do now. It's just I can't do too much of it. I don't want to be pulling too hard on my intestinal area when I'm pulling that trailer, and I can feel it. Yesterday, I've had it out twice. And what day was that? Not yesterday, the day before, or something like. Went over to Brett and Jackie's, and yeah, I can feel it pulling on me a little bit down there. So not too bad. And the doctor said I could be out riding my bike. I don't think he knows I have a 60-pound trailer behind me, but but yeah, he wasn't feeling too uncomfortable. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling it today. Like down here, it's not feeling quite right. But um, and then I did another stupid thing. Took my bag of dirty clothes. It was usually sits down there under the table, and I picked it up and kind of just tossed it to the other into the bedroom. And I shouldn't have done that. I really should not have done that. It weighed probably 15 pounds. Probably shouldn't have picked it up and thrown it, but I was getting tired of it. I had it sitting down here because I had Gary come over and pull that out from underneath the table. Because I was probably going to do laundry, which I did do. I just had to bring everything down in sections. You know, two small uh, grocery bags, plastic grocery bags. But that actually there was three. So he grabbed my laundry soap and one bag of clothes, and then I had the other two bags of clothes. That was easy enough. That I could deal with, but I shouldn't have picked up the whole thing that weighs probably over 15 pounds. Pick up the damn thing and throw it into the other room. I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling like I shouldn't have probably done that. Hope I didn't damage anything by doing that, but I was getting tired of it sitting there, and I didn't want to go back to Gary and say, Gary, can I ask for your help again? No. So I just didn't bother him. Even though he says he'll come over and help me anytime, but I'm stubborn about asking for help. My dad is, as far as he'll look for a place all day long when there's a person standing on the sidewalk. Roll your window down and ask that person, no, I'll find it. Yeah, an hour later. But he finds it pretty quick. You have to go around the block 5-6 times. He's a little bit stubborn on asking people for help. And I am too. If I think I can do it on my own, which yesterday was kind of a bad decision. Yeah, I know it was all free, John. I know how you work. I'm not sure I'd take free parts, but maybe you can trust the guy that you're with and doing that with. Around here, there's no way you'd be able to take free parts. Free parts on anything. Because these people up here, they'll rip you off. If you say you want to get it for close to pay as little or nothing for it, they'll give you their broken parts. They won't give you a high quality piece for free. That's just around here in my area. That's how these crooks in my town work. If you mention any of the word for free, or if you don't have to pay for it, they'll give you the ugliest, dirtiest, broken. Yeah, this is how people around here work. So I wish I could get things for little or nothing, but that doesn't happen around here. Because you ask for free, and you want free, here it is. And it's all busted and broken, and nah. So that's why I have to do it the expensive way and try to convince people in my family that there's things that I need, things that I have to get here pretty quick. Um, sir, for those tail lights on the trailer and the lights on the front lights, the headlights for my handlebars. Sure, there's people around here I can go to and I can get it for half the price that I got it for Amazon, but I guarantee you they won't work. Even though they'll tell you they'll take it right out of the box that it came from, making you think it's something brand new. Actually, it isn't. It's broken. It doesn't work. It's cracked. And they'll say, here it's in the box, and they'll shove it right back in there before you walk up to them. It's like, can I take that out of the box? Can I take another close look at it? No. That's cracked and it's broken. You can keep it. Then they'll get mad at you for, they'll say, well, I offered you something for free and you wouldn't take it, so they'll give you the middle finger, and that's just how people up here are. You go down south a little bit by 70, 80 miles, you'll get honesty down there. Those people, when they say you give them something for free, they'll take it out of the box and look at it with you standing right in front, standing right next to them. People up here, not really. They like to take advantage of you, and I've tried taking. There's a guy that used to take parts, and I don't take parts from him anymore because there was always something I had to fix on him. He used to give me heat sinks, for CPUs. And I'd have to take a screwdriver and take those fins and straighten them back out, because you just take a screwdriver or whatever and go all the way down the fins, and they'll all be folded over. So I had to do some fancy work for a couple of hours, take each little fin and straighten each single one of them, take pliers and make sure they're as straight as I can get them. And no, it's hard to find people that you can trust to do that. I've always had problems with taking parts out of from people because they say, "Oh, sure, I got those parts you need. Just come on over and get them, cheap price." Like, that sounds too good to be true. Well, do you want them or not? They're sitting right here. Like, yeah, I'll come and take a look at them. And usually I end up leaving the parts there. It's just no. It's not what I was wanting, and it's not in the condition I wanted it in, and then most of the time they'll give you it for a discount price because they already know it's broken or it doesn't work. They'll tell you it needs bulbs, or it needs the two wires coming out of it replaced, or the plastic cover that snaps on the lights, whatever, that needs to be replaced because it's cracked. And it's hard to get new parts around here. Even new parts around here can somewhat be damaged. And I go to Bob every once in a while. He orders parts for me, and he goes to the cheapest place you can get computer parts. And like that laptop over there, he fixed it because back then I wasn't too good at taking laptops apart. In fact, I'm still not. I usually take broken laptops and I take those apart if they're not going to be put back together. Which reminds me, and I don't know where you'd find them, but I need two spudgers. I need to find two spudgers, if that's what they're called. It's the things that take the laptops apart, which you can't see because I'm in the way, and you still can't see it. But it's to the left of the TV. But that's what I need to find somewhere on this planet of spudgers. There's other things I could use, but they ended up breaking. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, those college kids, they'll have no problem spending their parents' money. They do until the parents want to get paid back. But yeah, we're a college town up here too. We got CLC, Central Lakes College. Man, it is a nice day outside. It's warm as like what's his name? He mentioned to me we're in the elevator. He lives on 6th and I live on 8th. Chad, that's his name. And he looked at me and he said, "Summer just doesn't want to go away yet, does it?" He's like, "No, I'm enjoying this warm weather. We had a few days last week where it was cold. That's when I thought fall was going to be here and stay here. But no, it's a good 70 some degrees today, I think." 82. Wow. Let's see how is I'm over on YouTube. I'm gonna see how long this takes. Yeah, it's about 8, 9 seconds before I see my hand wave across. I mean, come on, YouTube, you gotta fix that. This latency thing is ridiculous. Shouldn't be like that, but it is. So they need to fix that, even though I know they won't. Ken, I watched your video today. Yeah, it's 83 there. And John, you're in what, Wisconsin? I think. I think you're around that area somewhere. So yeah, yeah, your temperature wouldn't really be too far different from ours. Yeah, 82. Sierra, we're a degree we're a degree cooler than you. 'Cause you're 83, we're 82. The guy just wanted it out of his garage. Yeah. You know, if they're honest people just wanting to get rid of their extra parts they have, you have better luck with that you have better luck with that than I do in my area. You know, and the other here's the other problem. They'll give you parts for free, but you got to be careful because some of those parts could be stolen. There's a lot of people doing that around here, selling stolen parts, and eventually they get caught and they go to jail. But I'm not gonna get caught. I'm not gonna get wrapped up in that. You can even buy stolen parts. So around here, that's a big thing. It was just in the newspaper the other day. Guy's got a court date because he bought a couple $100 worth of stuff from somebody, and the stuff he bought was stolen. So he got. I don't see how he got caught unless the person he bought it from got talked to him about it, and then he was forced to tell the person who he sold it to. And I'm thinking that's what happened with the police doing their investigation thing. They probably went and talked to him first and said, "You sold this, and it was stolen. Who'd you sell it to?" The guy down the road. No, not the guy that his name. Now he ended up telling them, and then they went and knocked on his door, and he was shocked that the police were there. He's like, "What do you guys want? Did you buy something from this Randy, whatever his last name was?" Like, "Yeah, I just did, about 2 hours ago." Um, yeah, things didn't go well for him after that. They ended up reading his Miranda rights, arresting him, and the guy, he had no idea it was stolen. He said, "Well, how did I know it was stolen?" Saying it doesn't matter to us if you knew it or not. The fact is, you bought something was stolen. It belonged to somebody else. You bought it. It's in your possession, and it shouldn't be. So guess who's going to jail? You are. He's still not understanding that. He's a little confused. He said, "I bought it out of my own money. Now you guys are telling me it was stolen?" I think when they go to court, the owner of that property that he bought is going to be in the courtroom, and he's just going to point blank tell him, "Well, it was my stuff you bought." And then, of course, he's going to get smart and say, "Well, then how did he get the stuff so that he could sell it to me? How did he get a hold of it? How was he able to steal it?" "Well, he was over in my garage." Because that's the last thing he'll do is leave his garage door open for like 10, 15 minutes and whatever. And he didn't notice it till the next morning that those parts were missing. Um, or whatever he had in his garage were missing. So yeah, I doubt they were. But I'm just telling you, John, around here, we don't have that kind of luck. Old people, young people, they'll take advantage of you if they can get away with it. That's why I usually have to go out of town or order things online just to buy something, because buying something from people around here, mm-mm. No. But more than likely, when they sell something like that, it's more than likely on the stolen list. Oh, what is our time? Oh goodness, we're at 2:36 already. Damn, I overdid it again. Yeah, we'll go a couple more minutes, so 2:40, and then yeah, I don't know. We'll go to 2:45, I guess. Oh my God. Found a handgun in the basement of the computer. How the? Wow. Yeah, that's what I would do if I saw something like that. I wouldn't even touch the damn thing. I would just take out my cell phone, call the police. Like, my mom was kind of a smart ass with them because I've had to call them before and help. But I'd probably call them and say, "Hey guys, you won't believe what I found on this computer that I just bought." Say, "Well, we won't know unless you tell us." Yeah, I. There's so many people around here that are just lifetime crooks, lifetime criminals. My sister was married to one of them. I can't remember his name, but his entire life, his main job in life was being a criminal, breaking into houses, stealing things. Um, it's just he wasn't a nice guy. Yeah, that's crazy. People doing that. I was gonna look to see if William was here. Oh, no, I don't see him. I got it, William. One day you're here, the next day you're not. Unless I'm missing it. But I don't think I am because I do not see it. I went from top to bottom twice. Oh yeah, I'm going back to the top of the chat, and Ken had just woke up. Yeah, that's about the time that I got up. Well, I woke up around 8:30. Kind of got out of bed around 8:50. As I looked at my phone, the phone sits right behind me on the windowsill. So I just reached behind me and I'm laying on my back, reached the phone, like, it's 9:50. Put the phone back and lay there for a couple more minutes. And next thing, no, I gotta get up. So now if I fall asleep, I won't wake up until 11:30, quarter to 12, and I don't want to sleep in that late. I don't like really getting up early, but so I'm used to getting up early, so stay answer the phone. But being that I've been off of, oh, excuse me, um, being that I've been temporarily out of work for till the first of next month, first of what is that? October? We're in September. Oh, yeah, October. Those buttons and they changed the month. That's backwards. If you want to go back a month, you wouldn't want to go down. If you'd go up, to go advance a month, you wouldn't go up. You'd go down. They got those two buttons flipped. The arrows for the up and down. To change from September to October, you have to hit the down button for September. And then to go the other way, you have to hit the up button. That's backwards to me. Yeah, you're going down. Then to go in reverse, you have to hit the up button. Whatever, I'm complaining about nothing. But yeah, uh, still need to get this tire changed. I still haven't done that yet. Um, I did go and buy, which um, I'll have to call and explain why I did that. I got an email about it. Someone asked me, he said, "Why did you buy the parts you did from Easy Riders?" Well, one of them was a bike lock. The other one was a seat because mine's getting all cracked and not looking so pretty anymore. And Ken, I just saw your reply to my comment in your video. You're welcome. Ken did a video today and I watched it. Um, the only thing I have one small complaint about that video is the Dancing Girls song kept coming on. It came on twice. So I think whenever you change to a different screen or to a different whatever, that song would start. Like, that's the second time I've heard that now. Why is that happening? It didn't really, but I was just kind of curious about it. I don't know. I don't know if you were aware of that it was happening, but it was just kind of. Bill is in chat. All right, Bill, where are you? Just found the camera issue on my side. Oh. William is having camera issues. What, the camera's not working at all, or? I mean, when you say camera issue, what was the issue? A few growing pains during this. Yeah. That's why I leave my videos the way I have them. I just leave them plain Jane. I don't do all that fancy stuff because if I were to do all the stuff that you were doing, Ken, I'd be so wrapped up into a ball, I wouldn't be able to figure anything out. That's why I don't have a lot of sources. I don't have a lot of scenes. I just have what I need to use instead of having 30 things in there and then have to decide out of these 30, which one do I want to use? Oh, let's see. I think I'll pick. No, not that one. See, I would never be able to make up my mind. I've only got two, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sources. Or, yeah, 6 sources. 2 scenes. It's easy for me. But to go through the list that you have, I don't think I'd be able to. Because I have problems making up my mind when I have too many options. And then with you have a lot of options. But like I said, I'd sit there, it's like I'd pick that one. No, not that. No. Maybe I should try that. No, I don't want that one. But this one, no. Well, let's try one I haven't used. And yeah, I just. No. Maybe at some point I will, but. No picture from the camera on the Princess K. Whoa! Did you try unplugging, plugging in, plugging back in? Did you try restarting the computer, all the normal stuff? Unplugging the webcam from your computer itself, plugging it back in? Something's got to work because it didn't just quit working. There's got to be a reason for it. No, still working on it. Well, that sucks. Yeah, if you need any help with that, William, I'm sure Ken will be around and I'll be on Zoom here in a couple of minutes because it's 2:45. Speaking of it being 2:45, ladies and gentlemen, I was hoping to get some new people in here today, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Looks like I just have the Zoom homies here. Okay. South of the Mississippi. You know, I don't even know if he'd be willing to help you. I really don't. I don't know, he probably will. He'll be more than happy to offer help, but his kind of suggestions, I wouldn't take them if I were you. Because he's gonna tell you, you know what I would do? Like, no, I don't want to know what you would do. I'm telling you now, don't go down that road. One of us will help you if you can't get it going. Because he's going to drag it out, then he's going to have you do it the way he wants you to do it, not the way it's supposed to be done. You can do what you want. You can call him if you want, but I wouldn't. But that's just me. Like I said, I don't reach out to people for help too often unless it's DaVinci or OBS, that something I need to use and something I can't quite figure out, then yeah, I'll ask somebody for help. But anything else, I'll try to figure it out on my own. Unless I get stumped or I'm up against a brick wall. Time wise. Like that one time I couldn't get my microphone to work. And one of the things he suggests is unplug the microphone, plug it back in. You'd be surprised how many times that fixes the problem. And I couldn't restart because I had already started the live stream, so I couldn't restart. That's what I should have done before I started the live stream. In fact, this computer needs to be restarted here pretty soon. I haven't done it for 3 months. 3 weeks. I should do that about once a week, but I never get time to, or I keep forgetting. Just restart the computer every once in a while. Yeah. 8675. Oh, John, you are funny today. Bill, I never had that issue at my college. Yeah, I don't know why he keeps bringing that up. He's never had these kind of problems, and yet the problems he's had, I've never had problems with. Although I've never done some of the things he's done, like trying to get video going in a church. I've never had to do that. Actually, I did. Journey North out in Baxter, the church Journey North. They one of their people over there, and it's a big, huge church. I mean, it's huge, and they've got a big, huge screen in the front where the words of what the pastor or whoever is talking come across the screen, for the hearing impaired. They had something, and I think they're trying to get their printer hooked up wirelessly. And I told them right off the bat, I said, you want me to hook that printer up wirelessly? He said, yeah, because the other person that uses it is 3 doors down the hall. And we don't want to run an Ethernet cord all the way up and down the hall, so could you set it up to do wireless printing? Oh, the worst thing I hate doing. Wireless routing for internet and setting up printers wirelessly. I hate doing it. Fortunately for theirs, it wasn't too hard. Just getting that IP address into the printer or whatever and getting that to work took me 2 attempts. The third time I got it, and I was just about ready to call somebody else and have them do it because I wasn't going to fiddle with it. I don't like dealing with wireless. But I did get it, and it got up and running, and he thanked me, and he said, what would you like your payment method to be? $72 cash. And he said, yeah, hang on a minute. He went to the back room, and about, I think, 10, 15 minutes later, he came back, and he had 70. And I said, do you mind taking $2 off of it? Because all I can get in cash is 70. He's like, yeah, I'll take it. I wasn't going to stand there and argue with the guy all day. So I took the 70 and walked out the door. Yeah, if you guys are watching this live stream, besides the people already in chat, pop in and say hi. Which reminds me, where is Yes and where is that other guy that used to be here a couple of months ago? Headstash isn't here either. But yeah, I'd like my viewer count to go up on my live streams. I don't want, I don't want it to affect my, subscribers. That'll come in its own, but I like the viewership to go up a little bit instead of just the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go over here and see how many people are watching. Current viewers 9. Views 16. Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like the viewers to go up on my live streams, but I can't force you. I'm just asking. If you're there, show yourself and say hi. And how do I feel about emojis? Oh, I don't ever use them. Well, correction, I shouldn't say I never use them. I do on my phone. That's about the only place I use emojis. I give you a thumbs up or the hand waving. Actually, I'm wrong about that. Because sometimes on Doug's show or on Carrie's show, when I'm wanting to say hi to a bunch of people, I'll put the emoji of the hand waving. I'll do that, or might do a thumbs up. But mostly, I do that on my phone. I don't usually do it on YouTube. Oh, John, I can't believe you asked that. Oh, goodness, I'm glad there's people like you around. Make me laugh every once in a while, because sometimes I take life too seriously. So I'm glad there's Ken and John that can make me chuckle, because people say I'm too serious. Well, in this town, you have to be. You'll get robbed, beaten up. I mean, this town is horrible. Mostly criminals. A lot of them aren't, but we got a lot of third level offenders in this town, and they always move them to Brainerd. They had them in Little Falls. He just got done with court, and now he's moving to Brainerd, and they put it in the newspaper: third class felony offender, whatever. I don't like talking about it, but he's moving to Brainerd. So we've got our fair share of those people, and there's just a lot of people in this town you can't trust. I mean, they say they can be trusted. Oh, trust me, bro, I won't hurt you any. Yeah, and that's exactly what they do. But usually it's losses, not wins. Lost wages. Is that Jeff Ryman? Expect my normal cut. Kinsdale 114 Saturday, $14. Oh, that's Jeff. Okay, I was confused there. I thought that was Ken saying that. How's your attorney? She need a date? She's married. Oh, somebody's trying to set Ken up. Is Jeff a card dealer or into poker chips? Neither which of those I've done. I've never done the poker chips. I've never used the, never been a dealer, never played cards. They're real easy, second grade level card games I can play. But trying to do the game of 21, I can't do that because I can't add my numbers up quick enough. An 8 and 6 or 8 and 4, then what would the next number need to be? I can never figure that out in my head. And they look at me and that's not 21. It's like, well then what is it? It's 26. Like, Yeah. But anyhow, guys, it is 2:56. I think I'm gonna get going here, but except I can't stop reading chat. Yeah, I think with any place that's got casino, especially in your area, Jeff, yeah, I'm sure that's true. It's more losses than wins. Although I'm sure there's a few people out there every once in a while they hit the 10, 15,000, maybe 20,000 every once in a while, but not that often. Usually you have the people that win $5 here, $10 there. Usually it's not that much, but every once in a while you hit someone that hits he'll have someone that hits the thousands of dollars, especially at my casino. Yeah, there's a few big winners out there, but not that many. And they make sure there's not that many. I know how they work that. They don't want winners for a lot of them. And if someone has just won, oh, I saw him do it once because I was up there. Someone had just won off one of those slot games. He won like 700 some dollars. Well, one of the technicians came over. After a big win like that, he came over and reset the machine. He literally took his key, opened the panel, went in and hit a button. Whole thing shut off. It turned back on, and then hit two more buttons, closed it, locked it, and walked away. That's so they couldn't have another $700 winner right after that guy got done. Because no one had gotten to that game for a few minutes, and that's when that other guy, the technician, rushed in and reset the machine. Me and my friend were sitting there thinking, "You dirty dog." And we knew exactly why he did it. We knew exactly why. We didn't have to ask him, even though I could have, but I didn't need to. I knew why he did that. Oh, so with that, guys, it's 2:50. I think I've talked long enough. Probably too long. Um. That is mean, just mean. You should offer a tissue. Yeah, well. Uh, yeah, I haven't been up to the Grand Casino in Mille Lacs or Neemia for quite a while. My mom and I were planning on going up there. See, they closed the buffet. We used to go up there to go to the dentist. You go to the dentist, and then after I go to the dentist, we'd go out to eat. But that was also before the pandemic, so we don't do that anymore. And then they closed the buffet. The buffet that we used to go to is not there anymore. That pissed me off. It pissed a lot of people off when they closed it. But the buffets, with the pandemic back then, they weren't going to take the chance, so they closed it down. A lot of buffets in this area, in the Tri County area. Whoever had buffets, they ain't doing buffets anymore. After about 2021, that all stopped. Every single place that was doing buffets, they quit. 'Cause up here, they just don't feel like it's worth taking the risk. So, all right, guys, it is 3 o'clock straight up. I do want to thank every one of you for being here. Like I said, I would like my viewer count to go up, but I'm not gonna get pushy about it. But I'd like a few more than 9 people in here. Not so much where it's on Linus Text Tips where the scroll keeps flying by and you can't read it because it just keeps scrolling and scrolling. I don't want it that bad, but I'll gradually grow. But obviously, it's gonna take some time. But I'd like to get some more viewers into my live streams. So with that, guys, I hope you have all a great day. I don't know, I might go take a ride downtown real quick and do some other things, then probably get on Zoom for a while, or get on Zoom and then go for a bike ride, which is more than likely what I'm going to do, because want to talk to William about a couple things. So with that, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a good day, and I will have a live stream tomorrow, unless I lose electricity or the people next door. And thank God they got done. They were drilling holes in the concrete because they're laying. Well, they're not laying carpet, but I don't think it was drilling holes in the concrete. I think they're. I don't know, but it was quite noisy over here, so I was hoping they'd get done before 2 o'clock. They did. So, yeah, all right, guys, I'm gonna head out. You all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, same thing, same of everything. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Oh goodness, John. Yeah, if I were to pick up computer parts, they'd be expensive around here. But I'll talk to you about that later at some other later point, John. I don't know. I might be looking for a place to get computer parts. I don't know. Your area might be one of them because I need someone that can give me cheap parts, but good parts, not broken or not stolen. Not broken or stolen. Not cracked, broken, not stolen. They gotta be in good working order, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll be busy. Yeah. That's what everybody says, but